And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we have News of the Day for the 5th of July, 2023. It's the game that we feature 5 news and or sports events from around the world, and we put it in a GeoGuessr map to find out where these events are occurring. The way that we play this game is we do this as a no time limit, moving, panning, zooming allowed challenge. The play along link will be in the description below if you want to play along. And also, what we'll do is we also put the links to the news events or sports events in the description below, so you can read the events a little further. So let's get into this game. Let's have some fun. And here we go. We are at Nathan's Hot Dog, the flavor of New York since 1916. And we've got a beach seaside town, seaside resort. Why are we here? Well, we're here because yesterday in the United States it was the 4th of July. And what happens on the 4th of July in the United States? Well, it's the hot dog eating contest here in Coney Island, New York. And man down 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes to defend famous 4th of July contest belt. Joey Jaws Chestnut was not fazed by bad weather as he cruised to victory by eating 13 more Frankfurters than the runners-up, or as we like to call them, hot dogs. So there's Joey Chestnut stuffing his mouth full of hot dogs, 62 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes, averaging 1 hot dog every 10 seconds or less. There we go. It's Joey Chestnut. Where did he do this game? Where is this location? It was somewhere around here where he did it. I know that they ran into a lot of wind and rain and storms that I think at one time they were not going to have it. But this is a tradition, 4th of July in the United States Independence Day, and Joey Chestnut seems to win every single year. So let's find out where this is in the United States. If you ever want to go to Coney Island and have a Nathan's Hot Dog, well, it's down here near Brighton Beach, Coney Island. So if you see, this is Manhattan. We look at Manhattan here with, One World Trade Center and all this stuff. Here's Upper Manhattan, Central Park. Over here we got the Bronx up here, Yankee Stadium, all that stuff's there. Here's New Jersey. The Giants and Jets play here. Football, American football. And they got Long Island. Well, Coney Island is all the way down south here. And I believe we're at this amusement park here. Nathan's, this might be Nathan's gift shop. Yes, we were right about there. Nathan's. Joey Chestnut, hot dog eating world champion. Till another year. So we get off to the next round and we go from Coney Island to a place that's got some nice flowers and an interesting church. What's going on here? Well, lo and behold, it's our finish round. It's the round where in this game as well we present a game of Finland. Well, in this one, it's a round of Finland, a news event that we pick one news event of the day from Finland. And we are going to find that a city in Finland, this city here, will pay up to 20 euros an hour for cycling. So I know everybody cycles, and this might even be done, but I wanted to bring it up because there's a couple of news events going on in Finland. One, the city of Kajaani will use a crowdsourcing app to monitor the condition of its cycling routes and give monetary rewards to contributors. So what they're doing is they're assessing the city's cycling routes by providing a bike and playing a game. The game is launching on July 1st. Maybe some of you have done this, not sure, but cyclists will hunt digital fruits and berries scattered on the city's map while filming their ride. The video submitted by the participants will undergo inspection, where a computer vision model will be employed to analyze footage and identify any surface cracks. So maybe we could bike Finland. Let's create a new street view of Finland. I don't know. But anyway, participants get the 3 euros for each kilometer, travel along the 68-kilometer cycle network in Kajaani. So let's look up where Kajaani is. And by the same token, I also want to bring up the fact, as we're on Finland, is additional police officers heading to Helsinki, as the President of the United States will be visiting Finland on Thursday, the 13th of July, a week from tomorrow, after, I guess, NATO meetings or whatever. I saw this and thought, okay, well, it's interesting. More officers needed. And I guess a lot of Finnish people are excited to see the President of the United States. and decided to include this along with this town of Kajaani, beautiful town in northern Finland, or north central Finland, I guess. Not northern Finland, central Finland, let's say. Kajaani, there we are, Kajaani Castle. It's got its own little town name popping up there. But we're at the church. So there's cycling routes around here at the Kajaani Church. I think we're there. And yeah, so if you want to get paid to cycle and you're in Finland, maybe this is already done. Maybe they've already spent all their money. But there you go. And also, Biden is scheduled to visit next week. All right, so we go from Finland to the Middle East. And the reason why I want to show you this is because I know the Middle East has been in the news with the attacks in Israel and then Israel attacking settlements in the West Bank. So this is a particular note because I know that many times people will see this, it'll pop up, they'll read it, they'll move on and not understand where this is, and I want to bring that, that's one of the reasons why I do it. So here's the news event. The news article of the day is went ahead a little bit there for the next news article, but Palestinians fear escalation after destructive West Bank assault in Jenin. You can watch this clip here. It's about a minute long. Anna Foster, Middle East correspondent for the BBC. This article by Tom Bateman says the atmosphere in Jenin refugee camp feels like one I've witnessed elsewhere in Gaza after wars with Israel, but now this is occupied West Bank where the dynamics are very different. Now it seems like it's a fast descent into something far more dangerous than is already happening. So the biggest army assault there in 20 years in this town, as hundreds of troops entered this camp, and the army fired missiles from drones. So as you see this in the news, just want to make sure you're aware of where this is and how this might play a role in different things within this conflict. So as we see here, here's the West Bank, there's Tel Aviv, Jerusalem's down here. And again, the reason why I do this game a lot of times, not necessarily it is for the news, but it's also to learn where these things are happening, because I can tell you many people that I know, friends and family, when they see this, they just move along. One thing is to bring attention to some of these things, attention to news articles, unique news articles like cycling in Finland. But the other reason is just to see where this is and to know where this is on a map. So when we see this, oftentimes the news doesn't present it that way, where we can see how close things are here. If you were to take a look at how close Netanya or Tel Aviv is to Jenin, it's not far at all, right? So we're looking at, I don't know, the distance between one end of London to the other. So, so this is a pretty interesting part of the world. And yeah, so when you see this, my primary reason for this is to understand where these things are. So there's Jenin, the West Bank settlement. The more information about that situation, BBC's got a lot of good insight on that from that article. As you were to look a little below there, down here, there's some more stuff to it, to this news event. All right, so we're there, and we're close to the town square in Jenin. And we get off to the fourth news event of the day. We get to an interesting news event, one that combines sports and, again, I saw this and just thought this is crazy because it's a beautiful stadium here in Brazil. We get another news event from Brazil, but I feel like some folks from Brazil that do watch the channel and want to give something here. And I know some folks that are from Brazil and might be fans of this. Wow, that's just such a beautiful stadium. Well, unfortunately, there's an unfortunate incident that happened in the past day or two, and it's Corinthians midfielder Luan attacked at a hotel by cowardly supporters. So his own supporters assaulted midfielder Luan at a hotel. Local media reported that he was dragged out of the building by angry supporters unhappy with his performances. Luan, whose contract expires at the end of the season, posted a picture on Instagram of his blood-stained clothes. Case of violence here. This is, again, not something you want to see. This is not good at all, especially when it's your own fans. You want that support. But, tells you how passionate people are, maybe not thinking about things properly when dealing with this when it's just sport. It's just sport. I know it's just sport, but at the same time, we got to realize everybody's got their own life. And if you have any comments on it or any commentary, any things like that, love to hear from you on this. But Corinthians, one of the big clubs in Brazil, and yeah, Luan here, Sao Paulo, and I didn't even know where Corinthians was. I've heard of it, Sao Paulo, but I didn't realize until I was looking at a map it's on the east side, or the eastern part of Sao Paulo, quite a ways away. Here at the Neoquímica Arena is where we are, there in Brazil. Now, we'll save the best for last, I guess. It's what GeoGuessr wants to do on this one. It's very interesting thing. And I will also link to another person here in the next one, because we know the last one's going to be. The last one's going to be the White House. Well, as you said a little earlier, Biden is headed off to Vilnius for NATO meetings. I don't think I said that, but he's off to the Baltic next week. And then after that, he will be headed to Finland to meet, I believe, the Prime Minister of Finland next Thursday, the 13th of July. But an interesting event popped up over the past couple of days. It's 4th of July, obviously. And I believe it was Sunday, because I also watch a channel on YouTube that I'll link below. It's called Penguin 6. And if you want any information on Washington, D.C., or anything that's going on a daily basis in Washington, D.C., link to this Penguin 6 channel below. I'll also put it, I'll pin it as well. And why is this important? Why are we here at the White House? Well, you think it's for 4th of July, but not quite. Lab tests confirmed a white substance found at the White House is cocaine. The substance was found Sunday evening in a highly trafficked part of the West Wing. You can click and listen to this. I don't know if you're outside the country, you can see this MSNBC report. But anyway, a formal lab test of a white substance found at the White House on Sunday has come back positive for cocaine. The substance was found Sunday evening in a small zipper bag in a highly trafficked part of the West Wing and prompted a brief evacuation, according to a U.S. Secret Service official. It's unclear how long the bag was there. The blurry timeline of the number of people who walked through the area could make it difficult to determine who was responsible. A source familiar with the investigation told NBC News on Tuesday. So, if we want to take a look, when you hear West Wing and the White House and all that stuff, we're looking actually north. You can see here we're looking north. This is the north. This is the south lawn. When you hear south lawn, this is what it is. It faces south towards the Washington Monument. And off that way is that distance is the United States Capitol, that direction. So if you go to the Washington Monument, hang a left here, you're going to be going towards the Capitol. A little distance, but hang a right here, you go to the Lincoln Memorial. And so anyway, the West Wing, let's take a quick walk as we head west, and we go here, and here's the West Wing right here. The Oval Office is here, so if you want to know where that is, this is South Lawn, the North Lawn is on the other side. A lot of people walk there to get a closer view on the other side. We're going to find out where this is, but yes, if you have any thoughts on this, comment down below, and we'll also link to Penguin 6. Penguin 6 actually was there when this was going down. Hazmat, they shut down everything from, I believe, 18th Street, 17th Street. They blocked everything off for what was essentially a bag of cocaine. So there we are. The South Lawn, White House, there we were. And that's where we end up. We got a badge for our own game here. But anyway, a couple badges, a bunch of badges. And what do we get? We got 24,999. Missed this one by a perfect square 1. But there's your news of the day for the 5th of July, 2023. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, cheers.